Taking a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your nose. Feel your belly, your diaphragm rising and falling with each breath. And then go ahead and set an intention, purpose, or dedication for today's practice. Inhale. Exhale, seal your intention on your heart. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday. Like I said, we'll start in child's pose today. So make your way there. You can come through a tabletop and sit back, bringing your big toes together, or you can just kind of swing your legs out from wherever you are. So big toes together, knees about hip distance apart. Sit back towards your heels and reach your arms forward. Let your forehead rest on the mat, but try to keep your arms reaching. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more full round of breath. And press yourself up from your child's pose into your tabletop. Let's take 3 rhythmic and slow cat-cows. Inhale, let your belly drop, shoulders roll back, peek up at the ceiling. Exhale, dome and round your spine, shoulders can roll forward. Inhale, belly drops, peek up. Exhale, dome and round. Take one more. Drop your belly, peek up. Let your spine dome and round. Exaggerate this one. And then come back to center, back to your tabletop. Sit back on your heels and then just slide your legs either way to roll down to your back. I'm just going to take a quick little stretch here. So knees to 90, and then send your feet up towards the ceiling. Actually, I lied. Bring your knees back to 90. Release your feet down. And then take your knees out for Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of your feet together, knees fall down to the floor. Now take your left hand to your inner left thigh, just rested there. And then take your right foot up towards the ceiling like you're doing a happy baby. So grab that outside edge of your right foot and then pull it in and down. If you feel any pinching in your right hip, try to take your knee out a little bit farther. Take one more inhale, pull your foot down, your right foot down. Exhale, release, both feet to the floor, let your knees fall out. Full breath in, full breath out. Take your right hand to the inside of your right thigh, and then take your left foot up towards the ceiling. Knees out to the side, grab that outside edge of your foot, or you can even try to grab the edge of your heel and pull your left foot down. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale, squeeze your knee down. Exhale, release both feet to the floor. Supta Baddha Konasana. Let your knees fall out. Take about 2 breaths here. And then bring your knees back up to 90. Catch behind your knees or under your knees. Take a couple rock and rolls to bring yourself up to seated. Cross your ankles, roll over your knees, and then you can come back to the tabletop, or you can step right back to your down dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Look at your hands. Step, walk, or jump your feet to your hands and fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. So lift your shoulders up to hip height. Exhale, fold. Just a light bend in your knees as you reach arms out and up. Press palms at the top. Bring hands to heart center. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. On your inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale, come to your flat back. Exhale, send your right foot back. Inhale, reach arms back. Exhale, forward and up, high crescent lunge. Take a full round of breath. Make sure your core is strong. Pull it in. Plant your back foot. Open up to your warrior two. Pause a moment in your warrior two. Full round of breath. Flip your front palm. Revolve your warrior, reaching up and back towards the back of the room. Give yourself that reach back. Cartwheel down to a twisted lunge. Right hand planted. Left hand can tap your knee, your hip, or reach high. Your choice. Just keep that nice long spine and let the twist come from your core. Release your right hand down. Step back, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Let's take a modified vinyasa. So come forward to your high plank. Drop your knees and lower yourself all the way down. We're going to take a locust. Arms by your sides. Lift your heart and chest. Lift your legs. Ground your hips. Lift from both ends. Release hands under shoulders. You can come through the tabletop or press right up to your down dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, curl your knee into your nose. Feel your spine round. Send your right leg up. Hover your right knee forward to your chest and then place it through like we're kicking a ball forward. Look forward, step forward and fold. Find your flat back. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms back. This time, keep knees bent, hips low. Sweep up to a fierce or chair pose. Thumbs pulling back, core still engaged. Inhale, straighten your legs and reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, send your left foot back. Inhale, arms reach back. Exhale, forward and up, high crescent lunge. Keep that nice round of breath, that rhythm of breath. Plant your back foot. Find your warrior two. Pause. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Reaching for the back of the room. Reach back. Cartwheel down, twisted lunge. Left hand planted. Right hand to your knee, your hip, or reach up. Peek up. Take your right hand down. Step back, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Taking another modified vinyasa. Come forward to your high plank. Drop your knees and then lower yourself down to a low push-up from your knees. Now lift your heart and chest into a cobra. Lift up. Lower your upper body down. Stay on your knees. So press yourself up almost like to a push-up on your knees. And then tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Down dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Keep your hips up. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, hover it forward to your chest. Place it through, gaze forward, step forward, and fold. Find your flat back. Fold yourself forward, bend your knees, and sweep arms back. And sweep them forward and up, chair pose. Settle your hips. Squeeze your core in towards your spine. Keep shoulders down. Thumbs back. Straighten legs and reach up. We're coming right in, forward and down, fold. Shoulders to hip height, flat back. Step your right foot back. Inhale, arms reach back to airplane. Exhale, forward and up, back to your high crescent lunge. Go full round of breath. Plant your back foot, find your warrior two. Pause. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Just reach back. Reach back a little deeper. Then come back just to your warrior two.
Bring your hands to your hips. So we're coming into a bent knee triangle today, but we're coming in a little bit different than we normally would if you're used to taking class with me. So I want you to notice where your hips are, and then just pull them towards, like kind of towards the right. Don't square them all the way. So once you feel your hips stop, I want you to stop there. Then bring your hands to your chest. Then square your shoulders. And then just stay here for a moment. Now reach arms back to your warrior two. Reach forward, elbow to knee, bent knee triangle. Let this top hip drop first. So almost like you were gonna come all the way down to the lunge. Let that hip drop. You can even keep your left hand, your right hand on your hip. Now lift that hip up. Don't take it further than it can go. So we all have a place where it's gonna stop. Then take your chest up. So you can even bring your right hand to your chest. Do what we just did in our warrior two. Now take your top arm up. So that's gonna prevent you from having any low back issues, any type of hip impingement. Sometimes we just try to jam this hip as far as it can go. That's not really good long term. Peek up at your thumb. Just float back up to your warrior two. Cartwheel down, twisted lunge, right hand planted. Left arm can reach, can stay on your knee or your hip. Take your left hand down, step back, down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. You can take a variation or you can come with me into a chaturanga. Come to your high plank. Squeeze your core in, lower down to your low push-up. Come into a cobra or an upward facing dog. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Take your right leg high. Curl your knee to your nose and round. Send your right leg up. Hover your right knee to your right elbow and pause. Just hover there for a moment. Squeeze that core in. Take your right leg high. Legs it through. Gaze forward. Step forward and fold. Lift your flat back, shoulders up, hip height. Fold forward, bend knees, and reach arms back. Keep your arms back and lift your heart and chest. So chair variation. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to take a standing pigeon today. Shift weight into your left foot. Pick your right ankle up and stack it on your left knee. Now sit your hips back. You can reach arms back. You can keep hands at heart center, hinge forward slightly, elbow to knee, elbow to heel, or you can release hands all the way down to the floor and shift a little weight forward. So eventually there's an arm balance there. Sorry, just realized my light wasn't on. Eventually there's an arm balance. You don't have to take it now. You can just play with it a little bit. Shift some weight forward. Just like you're gonna balance that leg on your arms. Again, you can always keep hands at heart center. You can keep arms back. Just feel this outer hip stretch as your right knee presses down. Take one more breath. Lift hands back to heart center. Keep sitting low in that chair. Unravel your right leg. Straighten both legs and reach arms up. Coming right in, forward and down, fold. Shoulders to hip height, flat back. Step your left foot back. Sweep arms back to airplane. Sweep forward and up, high crescent lunge, settle. Plant your back foot, find your warrior two. Strong front knee. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Find that reach, find that side body stretch, front knee still bent. Then come back to your warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips. Let your front hip drop first. Again, like you're gonna come down to that lunge. And then just pull it back up until your hip, you feel like it went to the furthest point. Then bring your hands to heart center and square your shoulders to the left side of the room. And reach arms out. Bring your left hand back to your left hip. Come forward, elbow to knee, but let this hip drop as much as it needs to again. So your back foot's still staying flat. You're just letting your pelvis kind of tilt. Let it drop. And then lift it up. And then bring your left hand to your heart center. Widen your shoulders, lift them up. And lift your arm up. Great job. Full breath in. Full breath out. Peek up at your thumb. Flip back up to your warrior two. Pause. Cartwheel down, twisted lunge. Your choice on the arm variation. Do what feels right. Place your right hand down. Step back. Down dog. Full round of breath. Take any variation that serves you. You can take a locust. You can come to knees and take the cobra. You can just shift a high plank and then go up to down dog if the up dog bothers your low back or if you're just not feeling it today. You always have options. Take your left leg high. Curl your knee into your nose. Feel that rounding. Send your left leg up. Hover your left knee to your left elbow. Come onto your tippy toes on your back foot like you're going to take that arm balance. Take your left leg high. Place it through. Long spine as you look at the front of your mat. Step forward and fold. Lift. Make that upside down L, shoulders to hips. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms back. Then lift your heart and chest. Chair variation. Float hands to heart center. Come back to your standing pigeon. Shift right into your right foot. Lift your left ankle up and stack it on your right knee. And sit your hips back. Use that inner thigh to press your left knee down towards the floor. Now take your arm variation. Keep working that outer hip. It doesn't really matter where your arms are, truly, if you're getting that outer hip stretch. Take one more breath. Come back to hands to heart center. Unravel your left leg. Straighten both legs, reach arms up. Option to end that little back bend. Come forward and down, fold. Find your flat back. Send your right foot back. This time plant your right foot down. Reach arms back. Then reach forward and up. So almost like you're in a warrior one, but again, we're not going to crank our hips forward. Just take your hips so that they're kind of facing the right corner of your mat instead of the front of your mat. Then open up to your warrior two. Heart and chest over to the right. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior one more time. This time straighten your front leg and let's add some dynamic movement. So catch your wrist or bring your hand in between your shoulder blades and catch your elbow. On your inhale, give yourself a little tug back. Exhale, bend into your front knee, nice and strong. Keep that core engaged. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, little self-assist back. Exhale, bend. Take one more set. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, bend. Pause. Straighten your front leg. Reach back and hold. Maybe you reach both arms back this time to find even more length. And bring your arms to a T. We're coming into straight leg triangle. But bring your hands to your hips. I'm going to use those same principles we practiced. So we're just kind of breaking the pose down a little bit today to make sure we never have pain in our low back. So let your hips drop. Let your hips come forward, almost like we just did in that warrior one. Hips to that corner. Let them drop down, almost like you were going to take that side lunge or take a standing head to knee. Now bring your left hand to a block. You can tap it on your shin or to the outside of your left leg. Then lift your shoulder up, square it to the right side of the room. And lift your arm up. Triangle pose. Same triangle we're used to, we're just not reaching forward this time, we're dropping down first. Take one more breath. Lift yourself up to standing, bend into your front knee, tap the warrior two. Cartwheel down just to a regular lunge. Step back, high plank. Inhale, high plank, core in, hold on the exhale. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, your choice, you can lift your hips to the down dog. You can move through your vinyasa. You can stay in the plank and then lift to your down dog. Lots of options. Lift your right leg high. Bring your knee into your nose, round your spine. Send your right leg up. Now listen up on this one. Hover your right knee to your right elbow. Then take it over to your left elbow. Use your obliques. Now send it through for a fallen triangle or fallen star pose. So lift your hips up and reach forward. Press into that back foot. Press into the edge of your right foot. Peek at your thumb. Take your left hand down. Right leg goes high. Place it through to your lunge. Look forward. Step forward and fold. Find your flat back. Fold forward. Bend knees. Reach arms back. We're coming back up to our fierce war chair. Arms up. Core in. Settle your hips. Straighten your legs and reach up. Let's take a standing twist. So keep arms where they are. Just lift your right knee to 90. Take your left arm forward and your right arm back. Now, option to tap your right knee with your left hand. You can always grab it for support. Just give it a little shake almost. You can reach for your foot or your big toe and take the kick out forward. Just keep that long spine and try to peek back at your back thumb. Peek back. Now keep your right knee bent, or bend it if you took the kick out, and reach arms forward. We're going to come right into a warrior three or a T pose. Bring your hands to heart center. As you do that, send your right leg back. So we're still balancing on our left leg. Flex your back foot like your heel is in the back wall, toes down. Now reach arms back to airplane. Lift your heart and chest. Find a little up dog in your heart and chest, just lift it. Now nice and slow, right knee comes back to 90. I know your left leg is feeling it. Reach arms up. Release the arms down first. Release your right leg down. Take a full round of breath. Nice job, you guys. Shake out feet, shake out ankles, shake out anything you need. And come back to your conscious mountain pose. Inhale, reach up, optional little back bend. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, send your left foot back. Plant your left foot down this time. Reach arms back. Then reach arms up like you're coming into a warrior one, but don't force your hips forward. So don't crank them forward, just to that left corner of your mat. So almost like on a diagonal to your mat. Reach up. Now open your heart and chest. Come into your warrior two. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg. Reach back. Catch your wrist or place your hand in between your shoulder blades and catch your elbow. Little self-assist, a little tug. Don't force anything. Let's add dynamic movement. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, bend into your front knee. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, little self-assist. Exhale, bend. Take one more. Straighten and reach. Bend your front knee. Pause. Come out of your front knee. Straighten. Reach back. Maybe you reach both arms back, finding even more length. And bring your arms to a T. Upper body to center. Place your hands on your hips again and just turn forward. Again, we're coming into our triangle, just a little different this week. Start to hinge yourself forward and down. You can shorten your base if you need to, if you feel like you're too wide. Drop that front hip, drop your shoulder, and then release your right hand to the block, to the outside of your leg or to your shin. Now take your left shoulder up. Now reach your left arm up. So you shouldn't feel any pinching in either hip. Feet are grounded, spine is long. Maybe you take that peek up. Lift back up to standing. Tap the warrior two. Cartwheel down, regular lunge. Step back, high plank. Inhale, high plank, core is in. Hold on the exhale. Take one more inhale. Your choice, lift to down dog, move through a vinyasa. You can vinyasa from your dog if that makes more sense for your body than doing it from your high plank. And we'll meet in our down dog. Lift your left leg high. Pull your knee into your nose, keep your hips up. Send your left leg up. Hover your left knee to your left elbow and pause. Use your side body, your obliques, to take it to your right elbow. Send it through, spin on your back foot, lift your hips, fallen star, fallen triangle. Gaze forward. Hike your hips up, ground down. Take your right hand down, left leg high. Place it through. Gaze to the front of your mat. Step forward and fold. Find your flat back. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms back. Sweep back up to your fierce or chair. Settle. Straighten both legs and reach up. Coming into our standing twist, keep arms up. Lift your left knee up to hip height. Make sure your left foot is flexed. Take your right arm forward and left arm back. Your choice, tap your knee, reach for your foot, take the kick out. Keep pulling your core in and growing tall. Just take that gaze back. If you're shaky, it's okay. It's actually good. That means your legs are working, your muscles are working. Come back to center and reach up. Bring hands to heart center. Take your left leg back, warrior three or T pose. So it's a hinge from your hips as your left leg presses back. Take it nice and slow to keep that steadiness in your standing leg. Now float arms back to airplane. Lift your left leg. Lift your heart and chest. Nice and slow, hinge your left knee to 90. Arms reach up. Release your arms by your sides. Release your left leg down. Full round of breath. Nice job, everyone. Shake it out if you need to. Let's separate our feet the width of our mat to come into a yogi squat. Bring your hands to your hips. Then sink your hips down and let your knees track over your toes. So you don't want your knees going forward, you want them going out towards your toes. Heels can be on your mat. Sit down. Lift your heart and chest up. Your choice, if you'd like to play here, you can bring hands down, come into an arm balance, a crow or a crane. You can take an inversion, a headstand or handstand if there's one in your practice. You can try for a side crow. You can always stay in the yogi squat, or you can find your way into down dog. That's eventually where we will meet. So yogi's choice. Have some fun. Take one more breath wherever you are. You can always catch up if you're inverted. And then step, walk, or jump yourself back to your down dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Now make your dog really strong. So even if your heels don't touch the mat, just press your heels down towards the mat. Then make sure all 10 toes are pressing down firmly. Now, without moving your feet or your mat, press your feet out towards the edges of your mat, like you're trying to pull your mat apart with both feet. Feel the outside of your legs engage. Lift your hips up. Now lift your right leg high and place it through for your lunge. Coming into our pigeon pose, drop your left knee down and start to walk your right leg across your mat. Walk your left leg back. Bring your hands to about your hips. Take a little moment to lift your hips up and then let them drop down, really engage. Your choice here, if you'd like, you can add a quad stretch. So pull your left heel in towards your left glute. Reach back. You can do either arm, right or left. Squeeze in. If you want to skip the glute or the quad stretch, just go ahead and lower down to your pigeon. If you took that option, release. And then come onto the forearms. You can rest your head on a block. You can reach all the way forward. And let your forehead, your body, and your hips melt into your mat. So we'll hold this for a few breaths. So take something that's comfortable for you, that you can really settle into the pose. One more full round of breath. Walk yourself back up into hands. Find that lift in your heart and chest. Tuck your left toes behind you and send your right leg high. Now, instead of bending your knee today, keep your legs straight and take it over to the left. So usually we do a hip opener, we bend our knee and fan it over. I want you to keep your legs straight and take it over. Just feel that difference in your hip. Keep your shoulders squared forward to the front of your mat. Bring your right leg centered, but keep it high. Lift onto the ball of your left toes. Really point your right toe, reach up. Release both legs down. Take a slow pedal of your knees, a slow pedal of your heels. Find your down dog. Lift your left leg high. Place it through to a lunge. Drop your right knee down. Walk your left leg across your mat. Take your right leg back. Walk your hands back. Lift your hips and then release them down. Optional quad stretch. Right heel comes in towards your glute. Release your foot. Release your upper body down if you didn't already. Find that place where you can melt into the pose. One more full round of breath. Let everything settle down towards the floor. Lift yourself back up into hands. Lift your heart and chest, peek up. Tuck your right toes as you send your left leg high and long. Taking the hip opener, but keeping your left leg straight. Just take it over to the right. Bring your left leg back to center. Point your left toes, lift to the ball of your right foot, lengthen through both legs. Release your left leg down. Take that slow pedal of your knees, that slow pedal of your heels. Come back to a strong down dog. Look at your hands. Step, walk, or jump your feet to your hands and lay all the way back on your mat. We'll take one set of bridge or wheel, so I'll let you choose what you take. If you'd like a wheel, you can bring your hands by your ears and press up. If you're taking bridge, walk your heels in towards your glutes, press into your hands and feet and lift up. Get your glutes engaged here. So really squeeze your glutes. Option to lift your heels. Add some calf work, calf stretch. Lift your hips. Slowly lower yourself down. And come back to your Supta Baddha Konasana or wide bound angle. Soles of your feet together. Knees fall out. Place a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly. Take a full round of breath. Let's come back to that stretch we took in the beginning of our class. So place your left hand to the inside of your left thigh. Take your right foot up like you were in Happy Baby. Grab that outside edge or outside heel and pull your knee down towards your mat. Pull your foot down, excuse me. You're not touching your knee. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release your foot. Come back to the Supta Baddha and take a full round of breath. Then take your right hand to the inside of your right thigh. Lift your left leg up. Catch that outside of your left foot. Pull your foot down, knee towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale, release your foot. Back to the Supta Baddha, full round of breath. Bring your knees up to 90. Hug both knees into your chest for a double knee to chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Press your full spine into the mat, tuck your chin. You can take a little rocker sway side to side here. You can make little circles with your low back. You can take both feet up for the Happy Baby if you enjoyed that stretch. Catch the outsides of both feet. You can also rock in your Happy Baby. Or you can kick both feet out for a straddle pose. Got that nice hamstring stretch in the back of your legs. Whichever option you took, come back to center. Pull both knees into your double knee to chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Then send your legs long. Let your feet fall out and palms face up. For a moment, lift your shoulder blades off the mat and then pull your shoulders down away from your neck, away from your ears. Close your eyes and receive your standing practice. I'm going to mute so you don't get my background noise, but I'll come back with 3 rings of the bell. So enjoy your Shavasana. I'll see you soon. Staying in your Shavasana, just start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Bringing awareness back into your body. When you're ready for a larger movement, hug your knees into your chest. Show yourself some gratitude and thank yourself for making it to your mat this afternoon. Reach your right or left arm back, whichever feels more natural, and roll onto that side, falling into fetal position, position of new beginnings. Recall your intention, purpose, or dedication from the beginning of your practice. You have the option to set a new one right here to take you through the rest of your Monday, maybe even into your Tuesday. Keeping eyes closed, press yourself back up to seated. Bring your hands to heart center. You can keep eyes closed and tuck your chin or glance down at your fingertips. Start to let some light in. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, let your breath go. Let's recognize the peace and light within each and every one of us by bowing forward together and saying namaste or thank you. Thank you, everyone. Beautiful Monday practice. Good to see you all, even if it is on